Greetings! It is I, the Harbinger of Destruction, the Dragon of the Abyss, Dreadscape Gaming. What's up? How's everybody doing? We're going to be playing Diablo IV today. Game audio will be coming up here in a minute. As the title suggests, Diablo IV, Season 14. It is not in a very good state, and we're going to discuss why it's not in a very good state before we even get into the stream activities for the day. But let me actually get into the game before we get there, right? Because how am I supposed to tell you? Or show you, for that sake. Now, the title card that I'm using for today's stream has actually a lot of validity to it. There's a reason why I use that particular title card, and it's because it ties into something I'm about to discuss. So, for Season 14 of Diablo IV, obviously, there's the seasonal mechanic, which is pretty much a reskin of the Season of Blood, changed up a bit, as well as the fact that it's a very short seasonal story that adds literally nothing new to the game, which is kind of bad in its own right. But that's not really the big issue. The big issue that a lot of other content creators have had with this game, myself included now in the list as I'm going further into actual content, is the fact that they've done a rework on the mythics. Now, they gave the ability for every unique in the game to be now considered a mythic as well. It can drop as a mythic, which makes it harder not only to get like the iconic mythics, which were only 12 items that you could get, which were the true chase items of the game, but they also changed how you could craft and obtain mythics. They nerfed everything in terms of the drop rates for the mythic. Then, to make matters even worse, they changed the blacksmith. Now, here at the blacksmith, originally, what you could do was you could forge any type of mythic that you wanted. From the 12, as long as you had the materials for it. You can't do that. Now you can only get the random mythic cachet, which is guaranteed one of the 12 iconic mythics, but you never know what you're going to get with that. And then to make it even worse, over here, where there's the gem side, they changed how this works too. So you used to be able to craft mythics over here too. And now you have to actually gamble. You have to have 2 of the sparks, and then you have to have a whole bunch of ruins, which some of these ruins are easy and you get a lot of them. Some of them are a little bit more difficult to get. To, again, gamble a random item from this pool to turn into mythic. You're not guaranteed anything that you're going to get. Then, to make matters even worse for this supposed phenomenal change, and this is where the title card that I'm using comes in, Dreadknights, they added this crafting recipe here. I will show you, where it says, upgrade to mythic. Now, most people are not going to read this, myself included here, and it says, transmutes a unique equipment item with at least 850 item power into a random mythic of the same item. Most of us assumed this was going to be like how it works in Diablo 3, where you could upgrade a legendary piece of gear to a primal ancient legendary gear, where you just put in exactly what you're putting into the cube and upgrade it to the highest value ever. No, they didn't do that. Most people, myself included, did not read that part of it and assumed it was just like in Diablo 3, and we put items into it to find out that we get, instead of what we wanted, a Doombringer. Well, not Doombringer. I had a crystal bow and arrow, which is the title card. So there's not a good way to get mythics, and considering you're tuning the whole season based on mythics, and there's not a good way to get it, it's just kind of make it much harder to get builds online and optimal, to the point, like, I'm at Paragon 160, and I kind of stopped playing a lot. I played last week on stream 3 times, maybe it was, or maybe 2, or it was the week before, I think, and I kind of have checked out mostly for the season. Today, we're gonna try to use this cube recipe to try to finish out the barrage build and maybe get the bow and arrow that I want, but I have to do a lot of busy work. We're going to completely ignore the war plans for today in favor of doing hell tides to be able to get keys that I need, as well as doing pit runs to be able to get like our glyphs leveled up a bit more. I don't know why this person's spinning and acting like a jackass there. We're going to ignore them. And that's basically what we're doing today, you know? So we'll see how it goes. I don't have high expectations. We do have a couple items that we can kind of use here. We can turn these into random uniques if we need to, and we can try to get like some rolls there. I have a Sky Hunter that is no use in this build, so we can maybe roll that and hopefully get... I will be honest, if we roll into an Eagle Horn, as it's called, I will probably just switch to the A tier build, because I have a Sky Hunter here. I think I have an Eagle Horn that dropped, if I'm not mistaken. It was probably the last thing I got. No, we have a Nurse Sky Hunter. Somewhere in here, there's an Eagle Horn. I don't want to look for it. We can reroll the Wind Force. We can reroll other things. We'll see. We'll play around with things and see what we can get. That's the best. That's the objective for today's stream. Gonna be going for 2 hours. After that, I'm dipping out. Because I can't really stomach too much of the season. But I wanted to tell you the funness of this. The devs are apparently going to be patching how mythics work. They're not doing it this week, which would have made sense since all content creators are pretty upset about this. Instead, they're going to do it next week. We don't know exactly what they're going to change up. Something else I forgot to mention is, like, when you do craft, either in the cube, the blacksmith, or the gem, you can only have one of those mythics equipped. So you can't have any other thing. So that kind of makes a lot of this kind of useless Dreadknights. Alright. Gonna open this so we can get some experience points. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to go fight one of the bosses. But before I do that, I'm on Torment 7. I'm gonna dumb it down a little bit because I want to do fast, efficient farming. So we're gonna bump this down by 2 Torment levels. It's gonna make our mythics that we're not gonna get drop a little bit less. But the reason we're doing this, actually we could probably do it at 6. Let's do it at 6. So we get at least a higher chance of the greater earlier keys. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. It's somewhere around here if I'm not mistaken. Where was it? It's the seasonal thing, right? Is it over here? No, that's a regular boss. Alright, let's just do this the long way. I have a key. Is this taking me to the boss I want to fight? Yeah. So let's go into here. This is the mainstay for today. So we're going to fight this boss. Hopefully it's going to drop enough of the Pandemonium Sparks so we can then play Gotcha Luck with one of those bow and arrows, and hopefully it turns into the mythic I want. And if not, well, we're going to have to farm a whole bunch of Hell Tides. Some people might like that, some people might not like it. On top of that, we have to use a key to open things, so we only basically get 2 shots at this right now. May the odds be in our favor. I also have to be careful because I don't know. This boss might be too high right now in power level for me, maybe. We'll do our best. I'm playing multi-shot barrage because I want to play something different. I do have an Eagle Horn that I just got to drop recently. Alright, watch out for those pulls because those are a one-shot KO. So it's kind of like, this boss is very similar to the actual in-game activity mechanic. I'm not worried. Let's move back a bit here. Oh, that's a one-hit death. Fortunately, I'm a little bit tanky. And by a little bit tanky... Okay, let's do this. Come on. Yeah, it would probably have been better to do it on 5, but because I'm greedy and I want the rewards higher up. There we go. We also got an objective done. We also got a spark done. Nice. Huzzah. We also got some crafting materials. Let's go over here. We're gonna push into the board. I gotta attach a new board pretty soon. Let's get the objective. So we did that. Claim the rewards. Here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this into salvage materials. And this will be the last one that I do. We also got a new seasonal objective stuff done, so we can claim this. Okay, so now we could actually fight the Echo of Mephisto, if I remember correctly. So we got some stuff. Let's open these. Most likely they're going to give me garbage, but maybe it's something I could reroll to something else. As you can see, these don't really drop a whole bunch of good things in terms of the cliches themselves. We could do this again, if we want to. I'm not. I'm going to go back and see if we have enough fragments to try to do the roll on the bow and arrow. My guess is probably we won't, because I don't think it dropped that many Pandemonium fragments. I could be wrong, but let's check. The other thing that I like is that they still haven't fixed this, where you're supposed to teleport back here, but it's constantly having you go here instead now. That's a level change that needs to be fixed too. There's a lot of glitches this season. A lot of things that are just like, I'm scratching my head as to why these are things. and why the devs, like, took 6 steps backwards with a lot of stuff. So we got a Saboteur's Signet. I don't really use that for anything, so that's kind of useless to me. That's garbage. If this was Ancestral, it would have a use. This is garbage. This is garbage. This is garbage. This is really garbage. This is garbage. This is garbage as well. These are Ancestral. I could reroll them maybe to get a better glove than the one I have concurrently. But again, we're at the mercy. This is the glove I have. If I could get that Ancestral, that's fine, because that helps with the build that we're rocking concurrently. Let's take a bow and arrow out of this box. Make sure it's one that I don't need to hold on to. Sky Hunter will do, because it doesn't really necessarily matter. Our actual actions have no consequence here. That's the problem. Like, we could just grab any bow and arrow as long as it's not one that I'm going to hold on to. I have an eagle horn. 2 of them. We're not going to use those because I could use them, but we could use, like, Sky Hunters and stuff to get rid of it to maybe get something. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about now. We're going to put the Sky Hunter into here. Do we have it on material? We do. No, we don't. We didn't even get it on the boss. But you would have to get 5 of these and then transmute it. So we have to go in and fight that boss again, and hopefully it'll drop the sparks that I want. I think probably ideally, because I want to do this quicker, and as opposed to taking forever, I'm going to dump it down to 5, even though I can handle it at 6. Just because today, it's about farming efficiently, right? So we want speed. We don't want to take a long time doing things, because if we're taking a long time to do things, that's not an efficient use of our time. This is the golden rule in Diablo games. If it's taking you a long time to do specific farming methods, it's better to dump it down a torment level and to do it where you can do it much quicker, because 30-second runs, 2-minute clear times, that's more efficient than doing a whole bunch of other things. I went to the wrong area because I'm just yapping about. Let's go over this way and see what we can do here. Thank you for joining me today. So we're gonna dumb it down to 5. We'll get, like, less stuff, but it's not really going to matter too much. Because, again, it's about speed here, not so much anything else. I think this is where the lair boss is. We can just teleport right directly into it. At least they kept that part on the map. You know, because if you couldn't teleport into the lair boss's domains, that would just be annoying. Like, this way of target farming to be able to get, like, mythics just makes it so much longer. And I suspect that the reason that they're doing these type of things is just to keep the players playing a lot longer in hopes that they actually spend money on the item shop, which I think is a really crummy thing to do, because the thing is, like, if you make your game... Last season was so fun. A lot of people know I spent probably the most time that I have playing Diablo in recent memory, particularly Diablo IV last season. And instead, this season, they kind of just screwed the pooch. See, 30 seconds killing this is a lot better than taking 2 minutes. Did it not drop any of the materials? Where's the box? Did you notice what it didn't drop for us, Dreadknights? It's supposed to be a cachet here. Why did I not get a cachet? I don't even think it gave me pandemonium fragments this time. Why did I get nothing? We have Chaotic Essence. We have these trophies. We have 4 keys. Can we do this again? Let's use a superior key. Oh, it's just that one? Okay, that's weird. Why doesn't it spawn one? Did anybody see if this dropped any sparks? I don't think it did. So it's, again, more inconsequential loot, perhaps. Sky Hunter we already had. We're going to mark it just so we know not to get rid of it. I'll hold on to that. If this was Ancestral, it would be good. This is crap. This is crap. This is crap. This is garbage. This is garbage. See the recurring theme? You're getting, like, a whole bunch of crap, even on, like, very high torment levels, which doesn't make for funness in this game. You know, a lot of the fun factor is being able to get dopamine hits. And that stems from actually getting good drops to drop. Let's try it again. We'll just bully this boss as much as possible, and maybe we'll get some pandemonium fragments. Maybe we won't. I'm assuming you get the pandemonium fragments from the boss and not actually the Helltide. Because if it's the Helltide, then they just kind of bamboozled a lot of us into thinking that. Okay, let's go. I can take it out. Give me a couple seconds. This is a B tier build, by the way, because I wanted to play something a little bit different, as opposed to some of the metagaming, because I was just like, I'm bored. So I need to play something that's kind of reminiscent of Diablo 3. Okay, so this is a chest. Let's open it again. We got Pandemonium Sparks that time, because I did see them drop. Alright. We are basically going to drop a whole bunch of yellows on the ground. Is this ancestral? No, it's garbage then. We'll keep the yellows. Maybe some of them. Get rid of the blue. Let's get rid of some of this. It's not going to matter. There's somebody out there that's probably crying because Dred's dropping this garbage on the ground, but pick up this stuff. What is this? I don't know exactly what drops from this. There's ancestral pair of pants in there too. Can't get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. This is so messy, but I should also use the loot filter that they toot about, but I really don't care to be barred with stuff like that. Pick that up. Up the scatter prison. Let's see. What do we get? Yen's Blessing. I have so many of these that I will gladly throw it in the garbage can. Garbage. 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 I don't think I've seen one of these drop. I can't use it for my build. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go to the blacksmith, then we'll go back through the portal. We'll farm this as many times as we have keys to be able to activate. I think maybe we might already have run out of keys. I will double check that in a second. Then we have to go into Hell Tides. We gotta farm Hell Tides. Rinse, lava, repeat, whatever you want to call it.
Come back if you need the forge.
I don't need this. I'm gonna put this in case like we can reroll for an ancestral pair pretty soon. Because that's the best we could do. I'll hold on to that. This is garbage. It's better than what I had, but it's not what I want. This is what I got also. I could probably put it on the build, but it's like inconsequential. I might actually dust this, which will make some people sad in favor of something else. Because hopefully we can try to target farm here. Let's go back in. Let me check here a second. I have 2 keys, so I could do that boss one more time. And then we have to go farm for superior curios, which is not very fun. Let's go fight the boss again in Pandemonium. This is the last time we could do it. Then we'll go probably target some Ur bosses while we're at it. Farm some Ur stuff. I bumped it down a little bit because I just want fast clears. I don't care about... Pick that up just for the sake of argument for now. Alright. Last time we can farm this. And this is basically the only thing really you're going to be doing the majority of the season besides doing like a whole bunch of Helltide. Again, I think the boss itself is kind of cool. I do like the throwback to Mathiel. Mayfield, some people call him. Because I think that part is cool, but eh. They could have done so much more with this season. I feel like a lot of the time Blizzard just kind of half-asses stuff and doesn't really put in like a full, true, good effort on things. And then... You know, they like, I don't want to say they pat themselves on the back. I understand that they have a small time frame to do things, but this feels like they didn't even really think this through from the PTB, because a lot of people are complaining on the PTB about the mythic changes and stuff, and that this wasn't really the best way of doing it, and they still didn't do anything to work back on that. I got no sparks that time. I mean, it'd be nice if they were guaranteed to give me a spark every once in a while, right? And you notice also, like, if I'm doing a boss that allegedly can drop mythics, not seeing those mythics drop kind of sucks. I have one more key, but then I won't be able to open the loot box. So we have to stop doing this endgame activity now to move on to a different type of endgame activity. Hello, Replace. How's it going? How's it going? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about yourself? How have you been? So again, looking at her gear. Nothing that is useful, yet again. This is basically farming for bad items. Hoping to maybe get Cowl of the Nameless. I don't think I have this yet. So hold on to that. Shard, I have a couple of those. I'll dust that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Alright. Let's go visit Tyrael, even though I'm pretty sure this is just going to teleport me to the wrong area. Like usual. Take a sip of hydration. That pet that you see there, the fox, that's from Overwatch. So, for those of you, and I'll use this very sparingly, that might be interested in Diablo 4, I wouldn't recommend playing this season. I'm just going to be for real with you. I'm not a content creator that lies to their viewers as to whether something is worth checking out right now. I would say pass on the season. There was a Overwatch free event thing where you could get rewards by just playing the game a lot and redeeming things here. So this fox thing, fox spirit, is from Overwatch. It's the pet. It's nice to get some free things. Overwatch and Diablo 4 as a crossover. There's been worse crossovers in this game. The fact that it was a little bit of free stuff. There are cosmetics where you can turn your character into Overwatch characters. That's actually in the paid shop. I do not spend money in this game. I'm not for the microtransactions that they're trying to push in this game. Dread has never liked them doing that. I wish they would give stuff like wings for free, but they don't. I'm gonna hold on to these pair of pants for now. I need an ancestral helmet. Ooh, I put that on? I didn't want that. This is what I had on before, correct? Yep. Made a mistake there. Sometimes when you're rapid, you're not paying attention, and then you get rid of something that's vital to the build. Alright. So, again, it didn't teleport me to Tyrael, even though it says teleport to Tyrael, because that's still bugged and glitched, and they haven't fixed it. Maybe in the hot patch they'll fix it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here, see if we have enough sparks to change that in Gamba on the bow and arrow. There's a possibility it will not give me the item that I want. Or that I don't have enough to even do it just yet. Let's see. Upgrade to Mythic, I have exactly 5. So, this is the one we put in. It's not going to upgrade it to the exact same one. Not that I want it. We're just going to take a random luck here, and it might turn it into the Mythic I need, or it might turn me into something that's going to get dusted. We're about to find out. Cross your fingers and hope for the best. It's a crossbow. It's not even the same bow and arrow. Lovely. And I put it in a bow and arrow, guys. So what we're going to do is... Could we not dust these two? That would be the poop kicker on all of this. Are they not dustable? That would be something. That can't be. They wouldn't be that cruel to us, would they? Okay, you can do that. You can't on the reroll ones? I did this before. Is it glitched? It'll let me mark it, but it won't let me put it as junk. Fascinating. Wow, Blizzard, you really made a terrible season. So now we have to wait. So, gosh knows when. Because we don't have enough sparks to Gamba here. Right? Let me double check. We don't have... We have 1 spark. We need another one. So we could break down the Doombringer. Because apparently we can't break this down. That's so baffling. Why can't you... I want to make sure it wasn't like a game glitch, but okay, I can Doombringer, but you can't. We're stuck with this forever on top of that. That's lovely. Why, Blizzard? Why? I'm sorry for those Doombringer lovers out there, but I really need this spark to try to get something I actually need. Here we go. Again, we're taking... Let me double check over here to see if we can craft something. Because I don't think I have enough for the bow and arrow over here, but let me just, for the sake of argument... Oh, it's only a one-handed weapon, and it's not guaranteed it's the one-handed weapon that you want. Lovely! That makes it even worse. Okay. Hopefully we can get at least a Shaco from this, because if not, this is all for naught. Gotcha luck. What is this? Shroud of False Death. I will take this. When you would be dealt fatal damage, instead you healed for full life. Not exactly what we need for this build, but at least it's one of the iconic ones. At least it's something. As opposed to this monstrosity that I can never get rid of. Alright, well... a little bit better. I might use this. I don't know if I want to use it right now, though. Let's think about it. All stats, resistances, impairment. It's actually better than what we have now, so we could use it as like a best in slot. I lose the vampiric curse, though, if I do that. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But it is at least a good drop. We've had way worse. Alright. Shall we, Dreadknights? Let's focus now on some Helltides, because I need some keys. This is the only way to get the keys. Hopefully we can get a superior key to drop. Hopefully we can get something else to drop. Cross our fingers, hope for the best. I could bump it up to Torment 6 difficulty, but let's just do a quick fast farm. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's do 6. Because we could do 6 comfortably. 7 is a little bit harder. If the game's too loud, let me know. If the game's too low, also let me know. All these things do help tremendously. We're going to focus our efforts in the ruptures, because that has the highest chance of giving us a lot of points that we need, as well as giving us points to open caches. It also gives you a crap ton of experience points. So that's basically our first plan of attack here. Okay, good. We're also going to open up caches as we go through here. Okay, good. Decent amount of damage rotation. Again, we're just going to kill all the enemies, because on top of that, we could do, like, Trio Whisper rewards, which is kind of important. I'm not going to really focus on war plans today, because I'm trying to target mythics. This is, like, my main focus today is just mythics. I need mythics. Because if not, we're not going to be able to climb, like, permanent 7 and higher difficulties without, like, actual useful mythics. I have yet to see any good mythics actually drop in the overworld. In fact, I have yet to see a mythic drop in the overworld, which is just, you know, phenomenal. And I mean that sarcastically for anybody who doesn't know. Sounds like there's a actual game activity that somebody's doing on the map. It's near me. I'm not gonna rush to it, because we want to collect some cinders so we can open some stuff, as well as just do, like, the bounty. Is somebody doing something over here? It sounds like they are. Are they? I didn't kill stuff in that area. Okay. So this is also something we're gonna do here. I don't think there's anybody even on the map playing. I haven't seen anybody in the overworld in a while. I only see them, like, in town, but I've never seen anybody actually even doing the Helltides at this point into the season. I know we're, what, a couple weeks in already? Let's open this. We're gonna summon an in-game event where we have to kill a bunch of enemies on top of killing a whole bunch of enemies. What it does is gives us a bunch of cinders, as well as it gives us, as you can see, stuff for the Whispers bounties, as they're called, which then you can redeem for a cachet that will give you allegedly rare items. They don't really give you a lot of good rare items, it's just going to be for real with you. Like, trying to get really rare items in the game now just feels so demotivating. It's the only way I can put it. Killed... No, the boss isn't dead yet. Let's move back because it has a one-hit KO. When it drops like fire around you. Move here. It's the Blood Maiden. See what I'm saying? If you stand in the center there, it's a bad idea. Got her. Sometimes you have to be cautious. But she doesn't even drop. She used to drop some really good loot back in the day, too. And now she just kind of drops basura, garbage. For those of you who don't know Spanish. Okay, so let's go over here to the rupture. Somebody here? Looks like somebody activated this activity. Okay, I stand corrected. We can find some people on the overworld. This is the first time I've seen somebody on the map in a couple days. The only problem is I always feel like the game gets a bit laggy when you have another person playing on the map. Let me see here if I can keep this open. Case in point. I gotta move from there. That's a one-hit KO. The lag is kind of messing me up. Okay, let's see if we can keep this open. They're playing a Paladin. Paladin is kind of in rough shape this season. They nerfed it a whole bunch. Why are you in... Okay. I'll just stick here. And try to keep the rift open as long as possible so we can get a whole bunch of rewards. In case you're wondering, we have to stand in these circles, kill a bunch of enemies. Then eventually... Be careful here that I don't take an unnecessary death and lose a bunch of cinders. Okay. Good. Forces of hell are infuriated with us. Yeah, they usually are. Okay, that's gonna close. There's not much we can do. Apparently, if you grab these, take out this boss. Goodbye. That did not drop any pandemonium sparks, in case you were wondering. Let's go over here. We'll open this chest. Hope for the best, expect the worst. Hold on. 1 second. Kill these things. These worms are the best source right now for XP farming. So whenever they drop in a Helltide, you want to kill them quickly. It's a modifier that you put through the war plans, as well as the ping thing isn't necessarily bad either. They also drop, like, boss rewards that you can convert into unique items. So there's that. How's stream quality, by the way, for anybody who's watching? Is it good? Is it bad? Hopefully not too laggy. I think it should be fine on my end. Let's see. I don't know if we need to pick up any of this stuff. I'm just gonna pick it up and then I'll deal with it later. Let's see here. We're going over here to open that. We can also go back to the Whispers of the Dead, but really, realistically, Pete, right now I'm just trying to get boss keys. Let's wait on this. And the best way to do is just to open a bunch of Helltides. Open sesame, open salami, open swami. There might be a key mixed in there. There is not. Unfortunate. Unlucky. Let's do this. Okay, so we'll get those cinders so we can open up more chests. Is there a very good chest around? There's one that's jewelry. We have 400 cinders, so we can open up just about every chest on the map. Hold Death Float again. Worms. Maggots. These are great for XP farming. Like, that was not good, though. We lost some cinders there. Where was I? So one thing is it doesn't teleport you where you were before, so I don't know where I died. I just know I died somewhere, and there's a bunch of tomfoolery. Was it over here that I died? 'Cause I want my experience orbs. I don't think I died over here. That's unfortunate. Is there a boss key in there? There is. You see the lair key? It's not a superior one, which is the one ideally I'm looking for. Did we open the chest over here, was it? I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. Let's just keep going. We'll run into if we're dead. Oh, I see the dead body. In the game. In the game, in the game, in the game. It's over here. Move over here. Check this out. This is hard content, by the way, so there are times where I'm just gonna die. In the game. I should point out. Okay, got a man of spears. Judicator's Mask. Malicious Heart. We'll pick these up. Because we can convert these into uniques. Not that they'll be great uniques that I need. Gonna have to check something here in a minute. Empress Key. Let's get the lair key. Let me focus over here. So we're gonna go over here. Okay, on my screen you look fine. So it's just a game that's lagging. Game, why are you lagging? Game, why are you lagging? Are you drunk, Diablo 4? I don't suspect there's that many people playing on the servers today. At this time. Let's move from here. I'll do that in a second. Okay, drop down. Let's take care of these guys. Go away. Any keys here? There might be a key mixed in there. Doesn't look like it. Unlucky. Let's take care of these enemies because they're already here. Well, there's a unique. It's a bow unique, but it's not ancestral. At this point, I want ancestral stuff. Look at all this gear. But it's so mixed in that I can barely tell what's what. Alright. I don't want blue items at this point. Because it's basically garbage loot. A wind force, it's the same thing I have. If it was ancestral, it would be useful for me. Right now, that's not. Yep. That. Garbage. We're gonna ignore the small fries, because those are just, like, regular legendary pieces of gear. Is there a chest I can open? Because I'm just, again, trying to get boss keys. So we can move on to the next phase of farming yet again. It's alright, just a small bit laggy, but not too bad. It's Kratos Fox, okay. I'm not asking if the game is laggy. I'm asking, is the stream laggy? Game laggy is server-sided. Stream lag is a little bit different. Like, am I moving at, like, where it's... What's the best way to put it? Like, if I were moving at 10 frames per second. Because if the game's laggy, it's not my concern. What my concern is the stream itself laggy. Where if I'm talking and I'm not moving in animatic. Because I'm looking at my screen and I seem fine. The game is laggy because of servers. Okay, I'm back. Let's take care of that. Alright, let's get rid of this. Watch out for the poison pool. Let's see. Take care of the maggots. These are demon bats. Okay, decent amount. Nah, as in... Okay. It's just a game that's laggy. Okay. That's server-sided. I can't control that. There might be a lot of people playing. Sometimes when there's a lot of people playing, this game acts up. I've always made the joke that Diablo IV is kind of held together by, like, chewing gum and spit in terms of their servers. Okay. Pick up those rewards. Let's get the Gift of Mystery. Greater layer key? Not even. Well, that's demotivating. Take care of these enemies. Is there any more chests that I can open? Yes, there is. Let's open this one. Again, I'm doing this for key farming. I know for some people this is like, why is this so repetitive and tedious? This is kind of the state of Diablo 4 at this point. They just like to put you on a hamster wheel. Last season was really fun. This season's kind of ill-contrived. I can't open that up. I don't have enough cinders, so I gotta kill a couple enemies. 150. Then after we open this chest, then we'll go do a different activity. We'll farm some bosses if we can. And go back to base 2. No superior keys, which means our best way of mythic farming, and it's not even easy to get to. Can I teleport with this? No, I can't. But we could. Sometimes you can. This was not to be the case, though, here. Okay, good. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let's shoot here. So we have 160. Let's go back and open that. I would love to see a mythic drop from one of these, but I don't even think they can drop anymore from it. Last season they dropped. This season, not so much. Alright, living steel. That's super demotivating. I can't pick up any more gear because we're fully stocked. Let's teleport back to base after we kill this little enemy. Let me also check OBS so I can confirm for myself if our stream quality is fine. Yeah, we're in green. So the game's laggy. It's only because of servers. I have green on OBS, which means my internet's just fine. It's the servers. It'd be like that sometimes. What I notice is when there's a lot of people on the same overworld map, it just kind of like spazzes out. Hold on to those boots. If this was ancestral, it'd be useful. Rare. Yeah. Useless. Useless, useless, useless. You see the theme here right now, right, Dreadknights? Everything's just kind of useless because we're getting gear, but it's not like gear that helps push the build any further than what we have concurrently. So a lot of time I'm just picking up gear that, it's not good. I'm just salvaging it. So I'm playing Salvaging Simulator in a way. It used to be we would see at least a mythic, at least one per stream, but times have changed so much. Maybe we'll get lucky with this cachet, but most likely we're not.
It is done.
We'll go for the collection of boots, because that has the best chance of giving something halfway decent. So gave me some ancestral boots. Let's claim that first. Let's put a point into here, point into here, point into here, point into here. I'll do the board off a stream, I think. We got a lair key out of that, at least. Let's see. Those are terrible. This isn't even a boot. Why did this... It's not... It's better in attack stat than the triple thing that I have, but... Only because of the weapon damage. It's good and it's bad at the same time. If that makes any sense. Hold on to the pants. No, actually I don't get rid of the pants. I'm never swapping the pants. We got the ring again. That's terrible. Sad panda all around. I have a wind force. We can maybe convert it. Fascinating. Well, let's go salvage some loot, and then from there what we'll do is
What will it be? Getting the back nicely.
we'll go do some boss farms. Maybe we'll get something good out of this. Can I salvage these? Probably not. I'd probably just have to drop them on the ground. It's inconsequential. Unlucky. So, let's see. We have 49 lair boss keys, so we're just gonna start doing some random lair bosses. See if we get some loot. Maybe we can convert something into something else. Maybe we can get a greater lair key to drop, and then we can try to target from mythics yet again. Most of these bosses are gonna die pretty quickly. Most of them don't give us, like, any true trouble. And just ignore these small fries at this point. Okay, good. Watch out. Let's go up here. So we're gonna summon a boss. We could summon this boss 49 times. We're not gonna farm him 49 times. We're gonna kind of divvy it up between them. Ulvar! I'm not afraid of you. Maybe I am afraid of you a little bit. Oh, you do poison? Why am I stuck? Okay. No? Okay, maybe we should have been afraid of him a little bit. That's unfortunate. Unlucky. I got caught and... Oh well. And do it again. Again! Again! Join the fight. I can't join the fight. Let me in, let me in. Well, play that one a little less stupidly. To me, knights. You're not letting me dodge game? Since when? Oh, we're playing this game? He's just doing the poison game. I'm weak to poison damage! Ah, frustration. Hey, stop ganging up on me. Did one of my pieces of gear change? Let me see. Did not. Why are we taking so much poison damage then? Alright, here we go again. Okay, this time I'm allowed to dodge. I was like, I'm not dodging before. Why is that? I feel like I was teleporting halfway around the map. Again, I still feel like I'm teleporting halfway around the map and getting hit from things that I'm not supposed to be getting hit by. Stop that. Oh, man. Oh, that's a skill issue on my part. Game is really laggy today. I'm not liking that. Goodbye. Okay, it seems like it's getting a little bit better now. You notice how I'm shooting? I'm not. So laggy this game today. Fix your damn servers, Diablo. Okay. Do this. Get rid of the Pentient Knights. Still another one there. You have nobody to hide behind now. Watch out for the lightning. Okay, now we're able to dodge correctly. I don't know, sometimes there's like weird spikes, I guess is the best way to put it. Come on. Got him. He's not exactly a hard boss to deal with either. Okay. Good job. Open this. Enough, a lair boss key. Okay. Not amazing. Not great. It's something. Anything useful? Nope. Yeah, yuck. Of all the bows that are ancestral, this is not the one I want. Ugh, gross. Probably just get rid of that as well. Summon him again. I'll farm him maybe 2 or 3 times, and then I'll move on to the next one. To me, knights. Okay, good. See, it's fine. Now it's fine. Before it wasn't, because it was just like, we're just getting lag spiked to Kingdom Come. Oh, no, that was skill. Skill issue. Oh, it's a rough day today. Also, really not super in the mood to play this, I'll just be honest with you. But I was like, oh, I'll just play some of this, because the other alternatives were not stuff that I was going to do. Like, I'm not playing EDO Master Duel tomorrow. I have no interest in playing that game. I don't want to be miserable playing something 2 good days in a row. Okay. Stop that. Please stop lag spiking. I can't dodge because I'm stuck in a lag spike. Phenomenal. 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 Let me check. I am green in OBS, so why am I lag spiking, game? Please explain this to me. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I am green. My internet is fine. I should not be lagging. I don't have a CPU issue. Why am I lagging? Let me repair my gear. I'll go back and fight him. You laugh all you want, jerk. Alright, let's do this again. Oh, we're on Torment 6. Why didn't anybody tell me? That's why it's taking the... I'm not on Torment 5. I'm wondering why it's so hard to fight this boss. Dreadknights, you were supposed to tell me I'm not on Torment 5. We're technically not supposed to be fighting this type of boss on Torment 6. That's why it's taking so long. Jeez Louise. You're my ears and my eyes, and you failed me. Okay, let's wait. I'll fix them after this. We'll do one more with this. No, poison damage can't handle that. I'm dumbing down the difficulty setting. We weren't supposed to be doing it at Torment 6. We're not ready to handle a boss that's +9. It's supposed to be Torment 5. I rely on you guys in chat to remind me of stuff. For bosses, they have to always be a level lower than what we're doing. These guys dropped the ball there. Point at yourselves for shame. I rely on you guys for this, and you failed me. Let's change this, but we'll lose the portal and we'll lose the key. Which is fine, I don't really care too much. This is why we were getting wrecked by the lair boss. We're doing it, like, 16 levels higher than we can do it. Alright, now we can farm more fast and efficiently. Is this Urivar again? I don't care, I want the run back. Sure, let's do it. Now it's gonna be a lot easier-ish. Nah, I've never played this game. I didn't ask that question. How long have you played this game? A very long time. A very long time, for 3 years already. Plus all the other things with Diablo. Alright, let's go here. Burning Altar. Let's take care of them. Now he's gonna get deleted super quick. See how he's +3 instead of +9? All those things are kind of important. +9 I can't deal with. That's why I'm like, I'm getting hit and it's not... We weren't ready for it. Now he's like a cakewalk, literally. Except for being stunned there, but it's okay. I can recover from that. There we go. See how much different it is? Because it's not plus 16 levels higher than what I am. The only problem is, like, the loot will be a little bit worse. No glare key there? How dare you? Do it again. Again! Again! Terminate! Rain down! I got some judgment fruit. Oh, I got caught. He pushed me into the enemy. That's funny. Hilarious. Okay. Try again. This time, be careful of his push into his buddies. He's trying to double team me. Watch out. Move back. You're dead. Okay, good. In the game, he's dead, I should say. Okay, let's, do the key. Garbage loot again, but I think they gave me 2 lair boss keys back. That's hilarious. I need a superior key. Don't give me this tomfoolery. I mean, there's a chance it could drop a mythic, too, but I doubt it's gonna do that. Okay, let's put the shroud on. To me, knights. To me, knights. Move back so I don't get hit by the poison. Make sure I don't get pushed into the enemy. Let's wait here. We got a little bit stunned there, it's fine. We have mobility. He's dead again. Okay, good. Let's open another one. More garbage. We have a chance to get mythics, and they're just not dropping. It's always phenomenal when that happens, guys. Always phenomenal when it happens. Alright, do him another time. Just for sake of argument. I'll move on to our bosses afterward. Okay, to me, knights. He's gonna get wrecked here. Got him. Goodbye, Uavar. We barely knew you. The fight thing is I can't really get to the actual chest now to open it. Hell tied in 5 minutes. That's fine. Don't have to worry. We opened all the chests anyway. More garbage. That's crap. That's crap. We already have an ancient or ancestral legendary so that's not important. Garbage. I mean, we could do it for a reroll, so let me hold it for the rerolls. Garbage, 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 garbage. Better pants in terms of the stats, kind of. But I prefer armor. Garbage. 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 Give me 1 second, Dreadknights. You're not going to hear game audio because I need to check on some notes of mine. Because I want to double check what's the next Paragon board that I should be putting in. Because I'm following a bit of a guideline, you could say. I have some notes that I took. There's a poison version of this build. Don't use it. I need a Harlequin quest. We still haven't, or crest, excuse me. We still haven't gotten that. Or the dagger, which is kind of unfortunate. Alright, so the next thing I need... Cunning stratagem, maybe? Alright, so we'll do that. And then exploit weakness. Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to confirm one other thing here. What else are we grabbing? So this is the bounty one. I'm trying to see where I have to put the imbuing is up on the top. And restorative is on the bottom. Okay. I know. Thank you for waiting. My apologies there. My apologies. I just wanted to double check some notes. Okay. Let's see. Get rid of this stuff first. Chunk it. Alright. Let's put this stuff in the box for now. I'm gonna get rid of this. Gonna get rid of this. Gonna hold on to that. Get rid of that. Even though it's a slightly better upgrade, it's not something I need right now. Get rid of that. Alright. Next thing we're gonna do, attach the board. We already have that board attached, so I guess the next one and the last one would be exploit weakness. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me check the board because I want to see how I'm gonna do this. This is here. This is here. It's pretty easy to get to it from here. I will have to rework that board at some point. This is here. I think we'll just connect the board like here, maybe? If I rotate it once, it gives me that access to that. And I can go up that way. That might actually be the better way to do it, because it's easier to get to everything. One, two. Okay, great. Everything is a process, Dreadknights. Everything's a process. Alright. Shall we? Let's go to a different boss fight, because I got tired of farming that one. Let's go to Lord Zir. Lord Zir could potentially drop some interesting things too. Unfortunately, we don't have to fight too many things to get to Lord Zero. Move it back. Move it back. Okay, good. Goodbye. Goodbye. Let's go up this way. So we're gonna go in here, summon the boss, fight this boss a couple times. Come on. This fix should get deleted pretty easily. Come on. Move. We're good. Okay, good. Let's move from here. Ah! That was my own fault. I'm so not feeling playing this game today, I gotta be honest with you all. Well, I can't switch it because unfortunately I'm not on Twitch. I can't, like, specify how much I don't like playing games that I generally don't like playing anymore. But I was like, hey, because I know I have Diablo people who watch. Gotta give them something they would like to watch. I would more ideally prefer to play like the Binding of Isaac today as opposed to playing this garbage. Okay, we killed it. Especially since we're like not getting anything meaningful to finish out the build. Okay, yay, more crap loot that isn't useful for whatever we're trying to accomplish here. But we did get to summon Belial at least, so there's that. Maybe he'll give me a superior key. Why am I lagged? Okay. Well, we killed that guy, extra boss. You can't even give me a greater key? You give me a regular one? Aw, malarkey. Malarkey. That was tomfoolery at its finest. What did you drop? Crowd, which I have a bunch of. Ancestral Ring, that's good, because I could re-roll that in the cube. So we'll hold on to that. That's actually a useful gray. That's garbage. That's useless. That's useless. That's useless. That's definitely useless. Again, nothing that's significantly better or can improve the build whatsoever. Just getting a whole bunch of crap. Alright, let me drop it over here in the corner, like if I'm doing number 2. I don't need this. I don't need any of these either. A bunch of them already. Unless it's like a 6 slot, that's the only thing I would care about. These are garbage too. Only care for white ones at this point, which we haven't gotten to drop yet. Pick this one up. Something I don't even use for this build, to be expected. Let's summon the boss again. Roar. Gonna basically deplete all 49 of our keys, hopefully, today on the stream. Okay, we did that for distance. Why is there a random enemy there? Oh, I'll move. Gotta be careful. As much as I'd like to stay stationary, I can't. Move back a little. Got him. Drop the box. That's blocked by a whole bunch of garbage loot. 2 set terms. More bad uniques. Notice that we've yet to see a mythic drop from any of these. Despite the fact that if you actually read the description on this in the map, it says that they drop mythics. But they lowered the mythic drop rate so much that you can't even get them to actually drop against the boss farm. This used to be the best way to get mythics, mind you. And now you might as well not do boss farming, despite the fact that they basically shower you with a bunch of keys. Let's do it again. Roar, roar. Come on. Gotta move. Ciao. Good. Dodge. I gotta move back a little bit because he's using the poison pool. He's stunned. Goodbye. Yay, more garbage loot for us. Not even an ancestral drop, despite the fact that we're on Torment, a pretty high level Torment, which increases the chances of ancestral gear to drop. I'll pick up the exquisite blood that's mixed in there. This is garbage. I'm gonna another key. I know we have like a whole bunch of messy gear all over the place, but I just don't want to have to keep going back and forth. Especially since I'm looking for purple drops, for those of you who are wondering. Either that or ancestral. Okay. Oh! What killed me? I didn't even see it. Okay. Sometimes you're gonna die. It's fine. It's fine. We've only been playing an hour? I feel like we've been playing for like 4 hours at this point. Alright. Let's try it again, this time, not die. Come on. Okay, that time we deleted him very easily. Thank you, whoever that was, for the like or the follow. On whether that was YouTube or Twitch. Not on Twitch today. Probably won't do too many Twitch streams this week. Probably only one. There's a dagger. It's still not a unique one. Let's drop this, because that's garbage. Let's pick this up for the sake of argument. We have a mess here, literally, Dreadknights. Let's do it again. I'm just putting to test whether we can actually get mythics to drop from boss farm. It doesn't look like it anymore. So it's like there's no point to do these, because you're just going to get bad loot. It feels like target farming in general is kind of dead now, which really sucks. Move back so I don't get killed by something. Got him. I was also kind of hoping we were going to spawn Belial again. Just to see for sick argument. Again. You see, nothing ancestral yet still. There's a chest armor and stuff. Let's go back to base. We'll pick up some stuff. I'll move on to the next boss. Because we're not going to be able to do, like, anything worthwhile in terms of loot. This is season 14 for you. Just the season of bad loot. Like, they do... Last season was so good. Like, I can't stress how good last season was. And, like, coming off of last season and now playing this season, it's just like... How do you go so backwards? We finally got the dagger I needed, though. So that's a plus. This is the dagger I've been looking for a while. I was hoping it was going to be a unique, though. An ancestral unique, but I'll take it. I'll take that as a happy accident. Chunk. What are we keeping? I kind of have to hold on to the bows, just like if we could do the Pandemonium event again. So we can try to reroll for a mythic, but that's going to take like hours of farming off a stream. We'll keep most of this stuff for now. Because I can also turn them into charms if I remember correctly. And a lot of bad loot. Where's the dagger? I'm gonna see if we can upgrade this dagger a little bit. Because I was using the combo point system for this. But this might work a little bit better for this build.
What will it be?
So at least we got one thing we needed for the build. I would love for that to be a mythic. Unfortunately, that will take forever to get. Alright, so the first thing we should do is we should masterwork it. I don't know if I have enough materials, but considering how much I was farming, we should.
Not bad.
Let's upgrade it. Good roll, please. That's a terrible one. We're gonna reroll that. I don't need maximum life. Oop. Hold that font. Maximum life is not what I'm looking for on that. Some people would like the maximum life. I do not. Poison is not really useful because I don't use poison on this build. Weapon damage, I'll take that. We'll kind of have to because we just spent a whole bunch of resources. We're gonna swap. I'm gonna keep this dagger. Because we have two of these, it's not gonna really work too well, I think. As opposed to this is important. This will swap. Slightly better the commendation, but I can fix that too. Because we can put crit chance on it.
Need something for
So what we're gonna do is we also have to add some stuff to this. Where is it? So I want on this, if we have critical strike, do we? Hopefully I have the manual for it. Critical strike. Let me double check that though. Yep. I'm going for critical here. 58%. Thank you.
anything breaks, the forge is hot.
This automatically became the best dagger that we have right now because of that. Alright, so from there what we could do is we can then continue to boss farm. Hello, the random 3 people who came in. Interesting to see you around. I know people who come in 4s and 3s. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you guys be busy? Open this. Let's get rid of this. I'll hold on to that for now. Maybe I'll swap later. Chunk that.
Come back if you need work.
Boss farm time. I'm tired of fighting Zir. See, the reason I'm doing the bosses is because I know a lot of people are going to be like, why do you keep fighting these things? There's a chance for the mythic uniques to drop, which are the best pieces of gear in the game. But they've changed it so that the drop rates for this season are... Well, let me put it this way. I probably have a higher chance of hitting the lottery, like, at least 5 times over before I'm going to see the mythic unique that I want to drop, despite the fact that we have, like, 39 keys. And we wasted a whole bunch of keys on this guy already. I think I started with somewhere up in the 50s. So, we're going to move on to the next boss that we can kind of torment here. So, it's near the True Whispers. So we're going to do this one. Farm this one a couple times. See if we can get anything from that. Some of these boss fights are pretty hard because this is hard-ish endgame content, quote-unquote. So there's a couple of power levels a little bit higher than me. There's that. Okay. This one I don't really like fighting this boss because he's got poison elements. And poison, I don't have like a lot of poison resistance on my gear right now. Alright. Let's go. Nice, 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 nice. Delete it, delete it, delete it, delete it, delete it. Got him. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Will this get the mythic that I want? Got a bow. And a bunch of junk. This didn't start out great. Okay, good, good, good. Move back here. Nice. Let's avoid. Nice. Okay, he's stunned, but I'm kind of low on resources, but we're able to pull that off. Should probably pick up the amulet while I leave it there. Huzzah. Good job. Garbage loot again. Eagle horn, that has a use. If I had an ancestral version, that'd be worth it. It's open. So we got that. We got that. We got that. We got that. Got the set charm. Let's get the malignant heart. Not to be confused with Dread's heart. That's a terrible joke. I'm sticking to it. Oh, this is gonna get deleted. No contest. Yeah, get deleted, nerd. I'm doing this because it's the fastest way to allegedly get good loot, but in testing, I think we could probably run all 39 here and we were not going to get a mythic to drop. Something good mixed in here. I can't really tell, though. Pick up... Ooh, Ancestral Crown. Nice. I'll take that. It's white, but it can change it in the cube recipe, for those of you who don't know. Nothing good. Garbage. Yes, that we're saving. I can transform that into something amazing. This is garbage. This is garbage. This is garbage. That's garbage, but I can break it down to something else. Garbage, garbage. Someone out there right now on stream is probably crying looking at this stuff. Why are you dropping all this stuff? It's good loot to somebody else. It's not good loot to me. It's terrible. Again. Again, again, again. Roar. Yes. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Nice, nice, nice. Good job. Good job. Good job. This is not even going to have a chance to fight back. The dagger definitely helped the build quite a lot. We feel a lot stronger now. And by we, I mean me. Ooh! I'm a liar, Dreadknights. Look, we actually got a mythic to drop. See? There was a method to my madness. It's a chest. Armor. Ancestral. Is it the same one that I got from the... That would be funny. Oh, it's a soul brand. Which is technically a regular item. But, hey, I can't use it for this build, but I can put it to use for something else. and actually use it for target farming. See, this is why I did the boss runs. I know a lot of people are probably like, why the hell is Dread doing this non-stop on stream over and over again, fighting these bosses over and over again? But this is the reason why I do the things that I do, because you gotta use math, unfortunately. We finally got a mythic to drop. It's not anything I could use, but it's a mythic! Season 14! Mythic 3.0 rework! It's so good! I am being sarcastic as hell right now. Obviously. Blizzard, fix your game. It was perfectly fine last season. Why did you have to change it? Why? Let's continue your farm. Like last season, you saw good mythics. Like, I wouldn't even be mad. I think Riker said it best. Riker is a famous Diablo content creator, as well as, like, plays ARPGs. I would not be mad if, like, all the uniques that turned into mythics were not in the mythic loophole, and they were their own thing, like, I don't know, primordial, ancient uniques. We'd call it something else, and it had, like, a different color and wouldn't affect the loophole of the actual mythics that were the 12 iconic things, which are the 12 chase items in the game before. This way, it's just like, ugh. Who knows if we'll see another mythic unique to drop. I could probably spend all my keys and I'm probably not going to get it. Another one. I mean, one in a 2-hour stream isn't necessarily bad. Move that. Okay. You're getting deleted. Okay. We got a lot of resources, boys. And gals. And pals and they and thems. Open sesame. If it's not purple, I don't care. Nothing yet. Okay. Again. I'm gonna spend as many keys as we need to. Come on, Varshan. Come on, Varshan. Get wrecked, nerd. This is why we do speed farming. We lowered the difficulty level a little bit, but we could do more. If we could keep doing runs super fast and efficient, that's more important than taking longer to do it and not getting what you need. It's nothing there ancestral again. Dread is not pleased by that. Again! One more time. It's the greatest hit saga. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Get wrecked. Open sesame. It's all mixed in here. I think... It's not purple again. Alright, let's go back to base. We'll pick some of this crap up. I think we'll move on to the next boss. If you hear noise in the background, please learn that I live in a noisy city. Time to time, you will hear emergency service providers faster. I live very close to a fire department, a hospital, and a police station. It's, in fact, incredibly crazy how many emergency service areas are in my neighborhood, directly where I am. Alright, let's get rid of this. Put it in the box for now. Not you. Goodbye, goodbye. Wait. Why did you take off? I didn't tell you to do that. Put my dagger back on. Put my ring back on. The game's trying to put me... Okay, I want to make sure nothing in my build got messed up here. I haven't upgraded the amulet lot. Okay. Let's try that again. Probably have to spend some money to get another one of these. Alright. Well, one mythic unique. I can't use it though. It's something. Something good? Debatable. Depends how you look at it. Thank you, whoever that was, for the like, comment, follow, wherever that was. Do greatly appreciate it. We should probably get the earth stuff in the box. I'm a little potato brained here. I have so many of these that we're just gonna break them down. There's no point to keep this. It's garbage. It's gonna take up box space that I don't need.
I can break that down.
At least we could get some materials back. Alright. Let's go fight the Ice and Beast a whole bunch of... Beast and Ice. A whole bunch of times. And dump some more of these keys and see if we can get exactly what we need in terms of farming. Boom. Move back. I don't want to get hit by that AoE. This boss fight is going to be a little bit more difficult than Roshan. But if it can give me, like, another mythic unique. How many keys we have left? That's also very important to this. I have 31 keys still. Well, the night is young, even though it's going to be a 2-hour stream. Okay. Let's go. Roar. Roar. Watch out. Yeah, I know better than to stand there. Okay. I actually went smoother than I thought it was, because this monster is actually made of ice, so it's resistant to ice. Well, I wasn't expecting to get a mythic unique to drop from that on the first run. Not too surprised by that. Again. Brar. Uh-oh, I looked away, and he took advantage of that. That was a potato broon moment. Come on. Come on. Got him. This dagger really makes this build so much more viable. Ooh, Belial showed up too. I don't mind that. Come on, let's do that. Come on, Belial. Let's play. You see what I did to one of your brethren? I will do the same to you. Probably won't. Yes, there's no escape. That was actually a bad rotation on my part. Get hit by the poison if I'm not careful. Stop playing around, Dread. I'm sorry, Dread. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I did win. I just killed you. Did I not? That to me counts as a win! Garbage. I think it dropped a... Did it drop a greater key? It did. We're back in business. Nice. Now I can go farm the boss to try to turn the bow and arrow into something better. Again, we're gonna do the same thing I did last time. I'm gonna pick a corner and just drop a whole bunch of crap that I don't want. So we can just keep staying in this area and actually not waste a whole bunch of time. So that we can continue to farm. Garbage. 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 How many of these have we gotten on stream? Quite a bit today. Alright. Let's pick this up. Let's pick this up. I don't really want this around where I'm gonna summon, because I could be using an attack button, so I'm just gonna pick them up. I don't want to pick up stuff in the middle of battle, I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. Let's go. Roar. Roar. Good job. Nice. Oh, this is over. This is about to get deleted. Got ya. Again. Garbage. A lot of garbage. Some stuff mixed in there that might be useful. Like the materials to then recraft, but overall, another bad. I want purple. It's gotta be purple loot. If it's not purple loot, I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't deserve it. Okay, let's go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Good. That was a bad rotation. What in the world? I can't heal this one? I have no idea what happened in that run. Okay, good. Give me purple. More garbage. Keep going. I'll rotate the bosses every so often. Alright, we got the combo points. Nice. Don't let him. Don't let him. Got him. There might be something good mixed in there. Not the ring. Still, no mythic unique. We have burned through how many keys trying to do this? Roar. Okay. Let's go. You and me, mano y mano, demon il demon. Technically, I'm not a demon, I'm a dragon. A dragon of the abyss. Oh! This one's getting too big for its britches. Almost took me out. Alright. Open sesame. It's not purple. I don't want it. Let me double check on something before we start the next rotation. I'm in green, okay. I'm gonna check an OBS. I think we're going quicker than the game can handle at the moment. Bruh. This game is poorly optimized, in case you don't know. Move it over. Nice, nice, nice. Reposition here. Why haven't you been staggered yet? Happy accident. Got him. Open sesame. Still no mythic. Let's go back to base. We have dumped how many keys so far? I started with like 50 keys. We're down to half of them. One mythic and about 50 keys. And it wasn't one that we needed. That's pain. At least for our troubles, we got the dagger that we needed. But that's not saying a whole bunch. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. It won't let me get rid of that one. It's a unique glitch. For whatever reason, the Orphan Maker item is glitched for this season. It won't let you mark it to make you salvage it. That's why I'm not worried about picking up gear in the thing, because we could just do that. Sorry about that, guys. Let me mute. Okay, sorry about that. There's... dropped something. Alright, let's continue, shall we? Let's see, I don't need this loot.
Anything breaks, the fortress.
Let's go into this box. Some of those might be useful. We got another eagle horn. If it was an ancestral version, we could switch the build. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Alright. Let's go back in. I'll fight the Beast in Ice a little bit more. And then we'll move on to the next boss. I'll use a couple more keys afterwards. Let's pick up some stuff that's mixed in here. just so we can, like, move some of this over here. This is garbage. Oh. This is garbage. This is garbage. We'll hold on to this. Lover's Embrace, the first one of the season. Hey, an ancestral version of the ring that we have. Okay, I'll take that. That's an upgrade. I'm not mad about that at all. That's worth. Garbage. 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 What else did we get? Another Orphan Maker? This is glitch for the season. Notice how I can't do this with it? I don't even think Blizzard knows, but it's glitch. You can't salvage it, so I found a glitch on stream. Save that. Pick this up. It can't be barred to pick up the rest of that gear. We're looking for purple gear. Come on. There's the beast in the ice. Even though we're fighting him with the ice build, which is not necessarily the wisest of decisions. We're gonna make it look easy, though. Okay. Purple loot, please, in this box that I can't get to. Another crossbow? How many keys we got left? I'm gonna waste 3 more keys, because we would have done this one, I think, at least 10 or 12 times. If you're just joining us, we got a mythic to drop. We were fighting Zero a couple times, and Zero dropped one. We're trying to test out how many keys are required to maybe see a mythic unique. Because this season's mythic rework is just terrible, which, if you saw the stream title and the title card, that was actually something that happened. I tried the cube recipe, thought I was going to get a wind force out of it. Instead, we got like a completely different unique than the one we put in, because they didn't make it clear that it didn't work like the way that primal uniques work in Diablo. Primal legendary pieces in Diablo 3. Servers are laggy. Can I get here? No purple. Okay. 2 more times. Bruh. At least we got a good ring upgrade. We got some decent upgrades today, so I'm not like super angry about that. I gotta watch out here. The floor is danger. Move. Got him. Now, a lot of people are probably crying because look at all this white gear and I'm just treating it like it's trash. In reality, unless it says Ancestral on it, it is trash to me at this point. More garbage, no purple again. How many keys left? 1 more key on this boss. Then we'll move to the next one. Brr. Move there. Good. Tried to stun me. Might be successful now, right? Got him. One more box for science. No purples. So we've done start at 50 keys. We're down to 20. We got 1 mythic, but it wasn't a mythic that actually is one of the 12 iconic ones. We've got a bunch of white gear. Most of it is not ancestral. They've really ruined the numbers on just about everything in this game for this season. Like, I remember back in the day, you could pump a whole bunch of keys and you'd maybe get a little bit more mythics than this. I don't want them to rain from the sky, keep that in mind. They should be chase items, but all we have to show for our troubles today is 2 mythics. Or not anything I can use, and this thing is bugged to the point you can't salvage it. This is another fun bug. Look what happened here. Uh-oh. Put the wrong thing on. Wind Force. I gotta put some jewelry on that. I do understand that. Because I know some people are like, why didn't you do it? Because I was planning to swap this to a better piece of gear that I was not able to yet. We can upgrade the ring. Honestly, nothing good again. Let's get rid of the junk.
Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
Let's go here. Keep the Wind Force. The Eagle Bow can stay. Just get rid of this for now. I'll deal with it. That's future me problem. Garbage. Garbage. Keep that to swap. That's eh. Eh. Honestly, I don't even need this ring now because I was going to upgrade it. There's no point. Put it in the box for now. Maybe I remember it, maybe I don't. This I wanted to upgrade. The box didn't pick up the rest of that stuff? No, it didn't. Okay. So we'll go back in there and claim some of that loot, because it's just no point to leave it on the ground there. Whatever's, like, sort of useful, I'll pick up. That's garbage. Another dagger, but it's not ancestral. If it were, it'd be useful. Garbage. I'm not picking up any more of this thing because I can't even salvage it because of the glitch. Garbage, garbage, garbage. 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 More junk. This is the one I'm keeping. That one, maybe I could re-roll it. This doesn't matter because I have the ancestral version here. Anything else worth picking up in here? No. It's another one of the same dumb crossbows. Alright. Next area. We'll go next place. Next boss fight. Not really anything worthwhile. That's the unfortunate part. Junk. Let's filter this a bit. I still picked up one of these? Ugh. Alright. Is there anything that's going in the box right now? I'm gonna put the eagle horn in the box for now. Wind Force. That's going in the box. That's going in the box. We're gonna upgrade this ring in a minute. Do I have the mats for it? That's the most important part. Mostly. I'm gonna wait to max out on it, and then when I max out on it, I'm gonna swap it. Most likely. Because I don't like to swap in between. Because it takes a lot of stream time up. Alright. Next boss. There's only one other boss I can farm those 20 keys on. So I think what we'll do... Where is he? He's usually tucked away somewhere around here. Because if not, it's just going to have me constantly fighting Ulvar. That's Belial. I don't want to fight Belial. This is the one I'm looking for, but it's so tucked away that you wouldn't see it. Grimnor, I think is how you pronounce it. So we'll fight this like 20 times. Hopefully. It depends. If I get like bored fighting this boss, then we'll obviously switch to a different one. And hopefully we'll get like some gear out of it. Again, trying to test out exactly how bad the mythic update is. It's pretty bad. That thumbnail is not hyperbole whatsoever. Brrr. Look at them, they ran away. Cowards. Actually, if I had a chance to run away right now, I probably would too. Grimnor is, like, no joke. He hits hard. But I hit harder. And just kinda gotta make sure I don't clown around with him. You're dead. Haha. Server's so laggy right now. Dagger, a dagger, a sword, a sword, a sword. I'm not picking up the air crap. Again. Again. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Brr. Ooh, you hit me pretty hard there. Move back because he's gonna swing. I can tank the hits. Oh, he's going for the gate though. I should probably move somewhere smarter. Got him. Get wrecked, nerd. Open sesame. Give me a mythic. I said give me a mythic, not more white uniques that are of no purpose whatsoever on my build anymore. Again. Watch out. Watch out. Make sure I don't get stunned. You still get stunned no matter what happens with that. Oh, that was a big damage. Move. Okay. Tank that. Move back. Let's see if it's cut for its skill just to get. He's dead again. There's some living steel mixed in there, which I definitely want to pick up. Give me a mythic unique. Well, Belial summon isn't that bad. That's something. At least we got an extra boss fight. Roar. Gotta be careful with him because, like, at least before we had him in an open area. Okay, I gotta be careful. I gotta watch out for the poison. I don't have really good poison resistance on my gear right now. Come on, please heal. I think we're screwed. Oh, we killed him, but he's gonna kill me too. That was funny. 2-for-1 special. That's fine. I don't mind. You're gonna die every so often. That one I couldn't help. I was being poisoned to death. Hey, wait your turn. Anything decent that he dropped? Because he could drop just about anything in the game. Lair key, greater lair key. Okay, good. We can farm something for more mythics. So there is a method to this madness, I promise. Are we really going to start dropping mythics and saying we don't need this garbage? Or uniques for that matter? I'm going to leave that one on the ground. Let's keep going. Any more keys? 17 keys. I don't think we're going to be able to expend all the keys on stream today. I'm going to probably have to hold some of them for whenever I play it next. I don't know. I'm going to check out when they do the mythic rework thing, patch fix that they're saying they're going to do next week. I don't have high hopes. I got to be honest with you. I don't know how you fix the season outside of reverting a lot of stuff that they were introducing, which I don't see Blizzard going back on certain things. Because I don't think like one hot patch is going to be able to fix a lot of stuff. So I think it's going to take like a whole season or two to fix that. I don't know why they changed it. Is this system right now to get a mythic? This ain't it. Definitely not. I feel like I'm doing chores right now as opposed to like doing a fun farming activity. You shouldn't feel like that when you're playing dungeon crawler ARPGs. Be careful. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. I'm gonna stand here as long as I can. Got ya. Give me a mythic unique. Please. I'm begging you. Gotcha luck. Not really gotcha game though. Open. Garbage. Again. Avoid. I'm gonna take that hit because I wasn't standing in the right spot. That's fine. Got him. Most likely. I should probably move. Let me get some distance here. Got him. I'm using a B tier build right now because I didn't want to play anything that was like super meta. I wanted to do something different. I'll probably switch though to penetrating shot which is like the best that you could do right now for the rogue. I don't really care for the penetrating shot build though. That's the actual name of the build. Because the weapon, the skill's called penetrating shot. He said something dirty. It's the name of the build. Get your mind out of the gutters. It's a sports term too. Penetrating has always been a sports term. In basketball, you penetrate the defense. In football, you know? It's a word. It's only dirty if the people make it dirty. Okay. Let's go. Oh. I got a little bit careless. Come on. Give me a mythic unique. I've only killed you a whole bunch of times. Garbage. Again. Oh. Oh. SpaghettiOs. Okay. Nice. Should probably do this. Nice. Let's get a little bit of distance here. Goodbye. Garbage. Can I open the box? I think there's too many items in the way. No mythic again? How many keys have we used so far? We're down to 12 keys. I'm gonna do it one more time. 50 keys, 1 mythic, and it wasn't even the mythic that we could use for our build. The state of this game right now. I'm not afraid. Get deleted. Open. Open. All this and still no unique. I'm down to 10 keys? No, 11 keys. I'm gonna keep the 11 that I have. We're gonna go do our last chance at potentially maybe getting a mythic, Wind Force, or Eagle Eye today. Let's go back to base. It used to be that you would waste that amount of keys and you would probably see more than just 1 mythic. Because that was a good 50 amount of keys and we used 40 of them. That's just insane. And not in a good way. This is a garbage thing. I'm not even gonna put that in the box. That's like an insult to me. This looks cool. Garbage. 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 I have a whole bunch of these, so I'm just gonna
You need steel work? Win favor.
go in here. Can't see. Orphan Maker. No, I don't want the Orphan Maker. Put one of those in. I don't know if I have, so I'll put one of each of these. It doesn't matter. Because most of that stuff, if it's not ancestral, it's not gonna be a big deal for us. I'm not picking that up. Let's go into the portal, we'll pick up the rest of the white and see maybe there's something that got mixed in there that's of some use. Not really that much white gear. There's a crossbow up there. There might be a home. There's some boots that are mixed in there. We'll definitely take the boots. Is it Wind Force? No. And still looking for an ancestral version of that. Pick this up. I have seen... Oh, it's a Wind Force. We did get a Wind Force, but it's not the one I need. I need ancestral version or mythic, unique version of it. Alright, the rest of the stuff gets basically thrown to the garbage. Fist of the Iron Rose. I don't think I've seen this at all. Damaging close enemy or marksman and cutthroat skills. I don't... That's... The gloves we have are better. But it's nice to have something as an option. Alright, back to base again. Alright, let's see here. Get rid of that. Let's put the bow in... I'm not picking that up. The game is going to keep insisting that I do that. I don't need that. We'll put the bows because we can always reroll them. I don't know if I have any of those. Pretty sure we have a couple of these. That's going to garbage. This is the one we have. And... put it in for now. When I look at that box later off a stream, I'm going to be so mad at myself. 2 Wind Force, and we have Eagle Eyes in the box. I keep the Wind Force in case. Alright. So next thing we're going to do, like I said, since we got some superior keys, if you were here earlier in the stream, you understand what these do. Let's go fight the Pandemonium boss a couple times, see if we can get some sparks. Or Pandemonium fragments, as they're called, so that we can try to craft a bow that's mythic unique, that's actually usable for this build, or the A tier build. And we'll probably close on that. Assuming we can. I tested for the 2 hours this. We got 2 mythics, basically. Why are you +9? Oh, I'm +6 difficulty. I don't know. Okay. We gotta lock in here. This is not an easy boss. Even though I might make it look a little bit easy. You better drop sparks from your cachet, because if not, I'm gonna be angry. Okay, 2 sparks. And a couple of crappy pieces of gear. We'll pick this up just to get it out of the way. We're gonna do like I did the last couple times. I'm gonna drop stuff in a corner that's like bad. Just so like it's out of the way. I don't have to deal with it. Just to save time. Or stuff like this is just gonna get broken down. I might keep this because I might turn it into a charm later on. So, in case you're wondering. Garbage. 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 Again. I hope every time we fight this thing it gives us the material that we need. Okay, good. Because if not, it's going to be like an unmitigated disaster. Okay. Good. Watch out. Nice, nice. I like it. Love it. Good. Peace out. Give me good gear. Good loot. Sparks. Okay, Pandemonium fragments. Nice, nice, nice. That actually gave me a lot more loot than I was expecting. I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. Get rid of this. Same thing. I'm gonna put it in the corner. Just to save time. How many more of those keys I have? 2. So that means I can do this. Some of the boss ones and open one more. Alright. Continue. Nice. Roar. Be careful here. I'm getting too greedy. Nice. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on! Got him. Please give me one more bit of sparks from your cachet. That will make me happy. Okay, we should be able to roll a mythic to end the day. Excuse me. Just want to make sure I don't ignore something hidden here. Ooh, amulet, ancestral. See, I knew there was something tucked away there. Nice. It's a regular amulet. I don't really care for anything that's regular at this point. Alright, one last superior key. We can't do it because we wouldn't be able to open the crate, for those of you who are wondering. So, let's go back. We'll try to roll and hopefully get a Wind Force or an Eagle Eye, mythic version of it, which it's not guaranteed. So that can royally suck for us right now. A terrible talisman. Fist of Fate. Not good for this build, but there's other builds that can use it. Eyes in the Dark, I don't think we had any of those whatsoever, so that's something different too. That I said I was going to save in the box. Taslets, I have a lot of those at this point. Orphan Maker we're not picking up because, as I mentioned, it's glitched, or you can't salvage it for whatever reason. Taslets is going bye-bye, that's going bye-bye into the box, that's going bye-bye, that. Rest of the stuff's getting junked. Just to save space. Alright. Let's go back to main camp area. And we'll try to craft one mythic unique. And then we'll count. I think we'll get like 3 in a 2-hour session, but they weren't really great stuff. You know? Something, but not something good. I've never actually been in a season where I'm more inclined to break up mythic uniques instead of like trying to keep hold of them. This is where we are in this game for this season, which is just baffling. So the goal, not that it's going to happen, we're going to put this in the cube. To use this, I understand it's just going to give a random one. We're trying to get lucky. Oh, we can't. We only have 3 fragments. We'd have to farm the boss one more time, but we don't have enough keys. So we can't even do that on stream. That's great. That's always a nice feeling. And I don't think I have any more sparks, right? Nope. Oh, well, so that's pointless. Well, that basically covers what this season is like in a nutshell for those of you who are curious. During the stream, I got 1 mythic unique to drop, ironically, in the overworld when I was doing the Helltide, but that was at, like, Tournament 7 difficulty. And it wasn't anything I could use, so I'll show it for those of you who are probably curious if I was successful, if this title was clickbait or not. We got a Shroud of the False Death from, or actually through a reroll, and got a crappy crossbow. The only other thing that we also got on stream today, this dropped from using about 34 regular lyric keys, and we got it off of Varshan, but as you can see, this is not useful for any build that the rogue uses. So 3 of them. This one is glitched, by the way, so I can't actually salvage it for the spark. Whatever it is, Orphan Maker won't allow you to salvage it, so good job, Blizzard, with that one. Shroud Full Stuff is probably the best thing that we've gotten all day, and technically it's not like something I can really use in this build necessarily, because the rogue would prefer like an Andario, Shaco, and stuff like that, but I might use it just for the hell of it because it's better than what I've got to work with at the moment. We'll see. It depends. Like I said, I've kind of checked out entirely for this season. This season sucks. Like, this mythic thing has really ruined, like, my enjoyment for this season of Diablo 4. I hope Blizzard fixes it. There's a hot patch next week that they say they're gonna, like, change the way certain things are going in terms of the mythic. I hope it's a drop rate. But I could probably see them just doing something like, oh, well, you could just equip the ones that you craft, like one of each, which is not going to really help because it's just like a whole bunch of gacha and random BS right now. Like, I prefer the old system. If they continue it this way with the system, I will probably stop playing Diablo 4 again. Because this kind of reminds me of how we had Loot Reborn, which was a great season. And then the next season, they completely changed everything and made it so that, like, you got completely insignificant loot that killed your, like, dopamine hits as to, like, feeling like you were actually building towards your character and making some good progress. I feel like this change, if they don't do anything to really fix it, it's more the same and more the reason why I don't play this anymore. or really get super invested, because we get one really good season, and then we get several really terrible seasons where we're wondering why they changed things the way they did. Because it doesn't make any sense why you would change something that was good and people liked. I understand changing things when they're bad, because if it's something bad and the player base don't like it, like, you should fix it, right? But if something's good and Herald and people said that they liked the way the mythics worked beforehand, why would you change it to make it worse? I understand they're trying to get people to play longer, probably to maybe buy stuff in the item shop and stuff, but if your players are having fun, they will just naturally make more characters and play longer. It's really not that hard. Go back to what made last season work and the expansion, and do away with this random nonsense of maybe trying to get roles harder. People don't like that. That's why people don't play Diablo 4. Like, I can boot up Diablo 2, and I can farm a bunch of bosses, and it'll take maybe a week or two to get something. But in the process, I'm also going to get significant loot that works for the build of the classes that I do. Diablo 3, same thing. I could be farming a whole bunch of stuff, and I will get, like, stuff back that will help for the build or character that I want to play. Diablo 4, it's not like that. Diablo 4 right now, it's like, well, we don't want you to have these mythics for whatever reason that you had last season, the season before, so we're going to just change up the loot table to make everything a mythic so that it changes the chase on the 12 mythics, but then, like, even to craft stuff that you would want from the uniques to turn into mythic, you can't even do it because the cube recipe gives you a random item. It doesn't even give you the item that you're looking for. This is like 6 steps back, 2 steps forward. You don't do that type of stuff, Blizzard. What are you doing with this game? Just add to the game that is good and was fun from last season. It's not that hard. Like, I want to support this game, and I want to be like, this is a fun game, but this season I'm like mentally checked out with Diablo 4 right now because it's so bad this season. It's not fun to play. I feel like I'm cutting grass and mowing the lawn as opposed to playing a video game that I would want to enjoy. So this is a big pain stake. Hopefully they fix it in the patch. Hopefully they listen to other content creators as well as myself. Time will tell. We'll find out next week. I don't think it's going to be a big change. I think it's just going to be a change that, in terms of how you equip the mythics that you craft, that you can equip crafted ones. I think that's about it. I don't think it's going to be big. I don't think they're going to change numbers on drop rates. I don't think they're going to fix this probably till, like, the player count drops a lot again. We went from 65,000 people that were playing on Steam the last season to half the number again. And I think probably, depending on what happens next week, you'll probably see the 36 that usually play drop in terms of the amount of play hours that they do. Anyway, with that being said, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. I do greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, I appreciate you. I will be playing something tomorrow. It will not be Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I'm not in the mood to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. We'll play something else. Maybe we'll do more Binding Isaac. Maybe I'll play more Elden Ring. Time will tell with that. Anyway, with that being said, thanks for hanging out. I do greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, I appreciate you. And I'll see you all tomorrow for the next one. Till next time, guys.